So this short video is going to explain how the new Feedback Studio works. It's very similar to the Turnitin interface which was available last year, but it's just a little easier to use, I think. So the first thing to do is to find your student on the list here, which is from the 9th of August, the Dropbox for the extended essay. And once you've found your student, you can click on the Turnitin similarity index here. I'm going to pick on Gabby, and we have the similarity index there, 50%. Sounds a bit scary, but I'm going to click that. If it doesn't open, look out for pop-up blockers getting in your way, and it will open in a new window. Once it's open, you'll see a slightly different interface than we had before. With some of these icons on the right, and the red ones are the ones we're interested in. You can see the number here, the 50, this is the similarity index, and then we've got some filtering options and source exclusion options, which are going to be very useful, because as I scroll down you can see that there's a similarity coming with something here, very similar, and it's her own work that she submitted earlier, because she submitted a 50% draft of her work. So before we can get a good idea of the authenticity of the work, what we need to do is to exclude this source. So I'll show you how to do that now. If I click on the 50% similarity, we can see that these things pop up with 49% submitted, 49% similarity submitted to the Overseas School of Colombo. And if I click on that, we can see that indeed it is her piece of work that she submitted earlier on. If I go ahead and I click on this arrow just here to the right, I can exclude any of these sources from the similarity index, and of course this is one which I'm going to want to exclude straight away. Down the bottom here it says exclude sources. Check the box next to the one which you want to exclude, and then click exclude. And you can see now that the similarity index drops to 8% with all of the sources really very small similarities. And at this point we can go through, we can have a look and see that these are really, we have the title of this novel here, and we can look at anything which we think is possibly not been cited correctly. Here we have a quotation which of course is coming up. If we want to restore what we've just excluded, we can go to this little no entry sign here and click on that, and that'll tell us what we've actually excluded. If we want to put it back, we can check that and restore, and you'll see it goes back up to 50%. If I then click on the button, the next button down here, which is all sources, you can see that the original paper submitted to the Overseas School is back there. It's possible also by using this filter button here to exclude things like quotations and the bibliography at the end. If I click on that button, you can see that I can check these two, apply the changes, and then if I go back and I filter out this one again, exclude sources, Overseas School of Colombo, exclude. We've now dropped down to 3%. So I would conclude, even without further analysis really, that Gabby's work is very authentic.